Hi guys, it's Sheila. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another exciting video. I feel like one of my most successful videos on my channel was actually reviewing a flash. So today I have another one. I'm going to be reviewing the Godox AD100. And this is a very small portable flash that I've used so much for my weddings. And just in general, I feel like you can get really good stuff from using this. Before I went ahead and purchased this one, I went for the AD200 because I wanted something that would give me a little bit more power outdoors, and I found that that wasn't really my style at all. So I didn't really reach for that flash at all, and I actually had it in my bag for like a long time. So I use it here and there when I'm using studio lights or anything like that and I want to bring a flash in, but this quickly became one of my best friends, and I usually have this right in my bag or just in my hand during a wedding day, like all the time. So I'm gonna get into the tutorial and show you why I like this flash so much. First of all, the color. It comes in different color options, and it's just really fun for me to add this to my kit and feel like I have something colorful and, you know, like playful with me, and it's just really powerful and good. Even though it kind of looks like kind of gimmicky and like a toy. And the subject for my old video was my dog, so today we have him here sleeping as well, as you can see. I'm gonna try not to bother him, but he's right here having the time of his life. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the flash on. So we're hitting the power button and then flipping this down, and that's a way to turn it on. So as you can see, we have it on channel A right now, and the power, I have it 1/32. If you're gonna use an external flash, you do have to have a trigger. So right now I'm using this one from Godox as well. There is a newer version. I think there's two newer versions, but this one works perfect for me, so I haven't had the need to upgrade it. And then the camera that I'm using, I realized I don't have a lens, so I have to go get that, is in A7 IV. So I'm gonna go find a lens and I'll be right back. So I got the 35mm 1.4 G Master, and I actually made a video that I actually have settings on my camera that are like at my base, so I can work very quickly at a wedding day. So I'm always using manual, and if I have my settings dialed in, like if I'm outside or anything like that, and I have to quickly go inside and switch my settings, especially if I have a bride coming in and out, I save my settings onto the 1, 2, 3 custom menu, and I'm going to show you what my number one looks like. If you want me to do a video on that, please let me know and I'll do one as well. But my starting settings are basically 1/125th, f4 for the aperture, and then ISO 640. So I'm going to bring my ISO down to like 100, and I'm going to take a photo so I can see what my subject is looking like. Obviously here it's really dark, so there's no really ambient light. So really what you want to do is set up for your ambient light before even you bring your flash in. So I'm going to bring my ISO to 400 and take another test shot. You can't really see it on the camera, but I can basically see my dog a little bit. And then I'm going to bring it to 640 one more time. And that way I'm like, okay, I'm happy with where that's at. So basically I ended right where I would have started if I had just dialed in my custom one menu. So your shutter is basically going to be how much light on the background of your photo there is. So you want to keep it under 1/200 at all times. And the lower that you go, the more motion that you're going to have. So if you're like a 1/5 of a second, you're going to have a lot more motion than if you were at a 1/25th. So the safe bet is to be 1/125th to 1/200, depending on your camera. So if you get like a photo that is basically broken into two, and the top part is black and the lower part is the photo that you're taking, that means you have to lower your shutter speed a little bit. F-stop, I like it to be between f4 to f5.6, unless I'm doing like a motion, and then the ISO kind of depends on where I'm at and the situation with the lighting. So once I have the light how I wanted, I'm going to go ahead and turn my trigger on, and basically here I set it to 1/128th for my external flash. It doesn't matter what this one says on it, it's always going to go with whatever I set it on my trigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first photo of my dog, and I'm going to aim the flash right onto him. And I'm going to review that photo. And basically it's just so bright. So I have the flash on 1/128th, and that's pretty low. So I'm going to bring my ISO to like 160 and see another photo and see what it looks like. So that was really good, but that's still way more light than I would be comfortable with because I don't want it to look like I'm taking a flash photo for this occasion. So I just want it to be like a little pop. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to aim the flash onto the ceiling, which is white, and take the same photo again. So aiming it towards the ceiling will always give you like a more even light all throughout, unless you're looking for that flash on look where you're doing direct flash onto whoever's in front of you. I did get a small softbox for this flash, but I don't tend to use it just because I feel like it's too small. But if you want another video on that, I have it as well, and I feel like it is really useful, especially for bride photos. But basically that's what you want to do. So if I went higher on my shutter, the image would be a little darker. If I went higher on my aperture, more things would be in focus, which would mean that my ISO and both my flash settings would have to go up to give more power. What I don't want to do is have my ISO really low and just rely on the power of the flash, because that's going to give you a very uneven, kind of like too harsh of a light look. And that just doesn't look right. So you want to balance it out between your ISO and your setting. Good rule of thumb, if you're not using an external flash like this and you're using an on-camera flash, is to be between 1/32 and 1/16. Unless you need more power than that, which I don't think you probably will. But if you're with one like this, I would recommend going from 1/128 all the way up to 1/32, unless that's not what you really want, because some areas are really dark, and depending on the look that you're looking for, that would give you your best option. So I'm gonna keep taking some photos of my dog for you guys to see, and I'm gonna go up to ISO 320 and I'm gonna aim it upwards. This definitely looks like more of what I'm talking about. This is the lighting that I would be happy with, because it's just even all throughout and it just looks really good, and it's a much softer light than if I took this same photo aiming it towards the dog. And if I am at a reception, or if I'm taking cake photos or really fun photos of the bride, like walking through an elevator or like running through the hotel rooms, those fun photos like that are actually meant to be with that harsh light, then I would be really happy with this. But as you can see, this is really easy and portable. I have it paired with this Manfrotto small tripod, and basically I like this because I can set it down wherever I need to, like if I had to sit down or anything. And the other thing is that you press on this little thing, this little knob, and you're able to like switch it up and down in the direction of the light. So it's just really good and nice, and it doesn't really weigh that much. Another thing that you can do is take the little tripod off and just kind of hold it. I've seen a lot of people do that. If that's something that interests you, then definitely do it. I would strap this onto my spider belt where I have my cameras, but the thing is, it's rounded, so I don't have a way to like tape the strap onto it because it doesn't like stick right. But this is a great option if you're looking for something like this. Even if you don't do weddings and you do more of a studio lights, I love this flash. I feel like it's so easy to carry. I mean, it's just a really good option if that's something that you're interested in. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want a more extensive flash tutorial, please let me know, and I hope this made sense. And let me know if you want. I'm gonna try to link it below, so let me know if you have any other questions, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.